Hey guys, I got a video playing in the background so you're going to hear a little noise, but I'll just show you actually real quick what it is. I'm trying to find the part. It's a 2 hour plus long video about the three of the top engineers, mechanics who worked on Senna's McLaren MP44 and the other cars. And in the last video, I mentioned that I had that dream and about Ayrton Senna, and that dream was just really super powerful to me because I've never had a, like, don't get me wrong, I have kooky dreams and whatever, it's not a big deal, but I've never had a dream about Senna before. It's not like a thing I think about, but this dream was so real, I felt like I met the guy. I mean, I really genuinely felt like I got to meet the guy. And it was that real. And, since he's not alive anymore, I'm not complaining. But it wasn't until after that dream, when I woke up from that dream, that all of a sudden I had like this eureka curiosity. And I was like, wait a second, I wonder if the cars that were the McLarens were e-diffs or mechanical diffs. And so I started looking all over the internet to try to find it. And you won't find it anywhere. It's very difficult to find. Maybe now people have started to talk about it since I made a big deal about it. But originally, there was nowhere to be found. Like, you could find that the e-diff was present on the Williams car, but you could not find anything confirming or denying what kind of diff was in the McLarens that Senna drove. And this documentary had just come out, just not long before I had this dream. So I had this dream. I wake up from this dream, and it was just something was just so special about it. And I remember I sat there in bed, and so finally there was something inside me. Normally like a dream you forget about it, but this, it's like every single thing I could remember, like what had happened. And it was a long dream. It wasn't like I just poof, there I am with Senna and we're having an e-diff conversation. There was a lot of stuff leading up to that, and I wasn't originally sitting near him. And basically there was stuff going on, and ultimately, I don't remember exactly how it all went down, but finally I got like close up to him. And anyway, neither here nor there. The point is this. In this documentary, they make one mention, and I'm going to put the link to the documentary because it's a fantastic documentary. I highly advise you watch it. But in the documentary, they make one mention that it has a torsen diff. That's all they say. He walks around the back of the car, and he says, and it has a torsen diff. That's a mechanical diff. Okay? So I was highly compelled to watch this, and I was also highly compelled to watch, I typed in Senna, what do you call it? The place where he passed away, the racetrack where he passed away. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, I typed in Senna and the name of the track, and I start watching it, and different parts, keep flipping through different videos. And finally, I see a part of the home stretch with the start-finish line, and there's that white building with the black windows at the bottom. That's like a paddock. And I started crying because I was like, this is crazy. I had no idea what that building looked like. And that was directly across from us in the dream. It was like directly across and to the left, across the track. And I remember that in the dream, the cars were going this way. We were at a Formula One race, and the cars were going this way. And Senna was up, and we were in the stands, and it was like a modern day Formula One race. And then sooner or later, something happened where I realized, I forget how it all went down, but I realized that was him. And so I tried to bring intelligent conversation to the table, and I was explaining to him about the stuff about, General Motors and the Corvettes and blah, 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 blah. It was like real life. It was like a thing that I would really talk to Ayrton Senna about how, the cars have this bipolar behavior and blah, blah, blah. He never came right out and said the e-diff is what got me. He never said that. But the way that he was sat there in silence and really was careful to choose his words and had so much, what's the word? Just wisdom about him. That's not him, but eventually here we'll get to it's the taller guy who, Anyway, if somebody can, I'm going to put it in the thing. If somebody can put up the timestamp of where he says torsen diff in that documentary, it's a fantastic documentary. But anyway, that dream is what caused me to stumble upon this documentary, which I'd seen pieces and parts of, and I thought the whole thing was only like 45 minutes long. Well, then I find the engineer's director's cut where it's 2.5 hours long, and I'm like, it's got to be in this thing. And I watch it, and they only mention it one time for a blip it moment, torsen diff. So after that, that's when all of a sudden the eureka went off in my mind that this whole time I've been saying that the ediff C8s are like, they exhibit the bipolar behavior like Senna's Williams car. It never dawned on me that it was actually the ediff that made the Williams car bipolar, because Ayrton Senna had never raced in an ediff Formula One car before. So that dream was very powerful. That dream definitely changed my life and, changed my perspective on things. And, I'm a sensible guy to an extent in the back of my mind. Like I knew that I was barking up the wrong tree kind of thing by saying General Motors needs to fix the cars. I kind of had the feeling they weren't going to. But with that said, it's a pretty magical thing, like I said, that we live in a universe where our brain cells can just come up with such crazy things and get this stuff right. And just completely, it wasn't a goofy dream. There was nothing off about it. It was all serious as a heart attack. Like I genuinely felt like I met Ayrton Senna. It just, I don't know how to put it into words. So anyway, I'll put the link to that documentary in this, and hopefully you guys can find the part about the torsen diff in the McLaren Senna MP44s. See ya.